Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Secretary, on March the 20th, 2018, you testified in front of a subcommittee of the House Appropriations Committee, and here's what you said.
We are responding solely to the Department of Justice's request, not to any campaign request, not to any other political party request.
2 days later,
we are responding solely to the...
Okay. 2 days later, you testified before the House Ways and Means Committee, and here's what you said.
Department of Justice, as you know, initiated the request for inclusion of the citizenship question.
On May 10th, you testified...
Department of Justice, as
you testified in front of the Senate Appropriations Committee, and here's what you said then.
Well, the Justice Department is the one who made the request of us.
Now I would like to talk about what you did not tell Congress. You wrote the following email to your staff on May the 2nd, 2017. You wrote, and I quote, "I am mystified why nothing have been done in response to my months-old request that we include the citizenship question. Why not?" End of quote. So you requested the addition of the citizenship question prior to May of 2017, correct?
No, sir. What I was referring to was that I was frustrated that I had not gotten an answer to the question, would the Department of Justice formally request the question to be reinstituted, or would they not? That's what I had in my mind, sir.
Well, now, wait a minute now. This was more than 7 months before DOJ sent his letter in December of 2017, though, correct?
That was part of my frustration. I had been seeking to get clarification of what was the interest, if any, of the Department of Justice in the question, because the census has to be done on a specific day, starting on a specific day in a specific year, and there are also congressional...
I'm well aware of that because
my question,
wait a minute, no, I have the time. I'm well aware of that because in 2010 I oversaw that census. But when you testified last year, you failed to mention any of this. Is that correct?
What was contained in the decision memo of March 26, 2018 was the basis for the decision.
Well, Mr. Secretary, you wrote to the committee a few months ago that the reason you did not mention all your efforts to add a citizenship question before DOJ's letter was because these efforts were merely, and I quote, informal and hypothetical discussions. With all due respect, that explanation does not pass the laughed test.
Well, that is the fact, sir. I'm sorry that you're dissatisfied with it.
Well, you testified 3 times, and each time you withheld critical information that Congress needed to oversee preparations for the 2020 census. Mr. Secretary, will you take responsibility today for misleading Congress, whether intentionally or not, about the process you followed to add the citizenship question to the 2020 census?
I have never intentionally misled Congress or intentionally said anything incorrect under oath. I've
Mr.
never
Secretary,
done that.
Mr. Secretary, you lied to Congress, you misled the American people, and you are complicit in the Trump administration's intent to suppress the growing political power of the non-white population. You have already done great harm to Census 2020, and you have zero credibility, and you should, in my opinion, resign. I yield back.
Is there